Welcome everyone to Jumpmaster X special podcast. Got people all over from Australia here for a special dunk event. 3 dunking days over a 7-day period. We've got with us all the way from Melbourne, Dan. Dan, just raise your hand. Dan,
Yep.
they probably can't see that on the podcast. Dan,
Okay. Yeah.
Dan, Stevie, and Liam. And we've got the greatest dunker in Australia at the moment, Brody Stevens, also one of our Dunk Master X specialist coaches. Say good day, Brody.
G'day.
We're all here in Perth. For those of you around the world, we are 3,000 kilometres to the west of Sydney, or 2,500 kilometres west of Melbourne. We're in a place called Perth, and we've been travelling around the countryside, surfing, diving, playing basketball, venture world, all sorts of different things. Fishing last night, a whole range of things. First of all, I just want to go around. What have you liked about the trip so far? I'll start with Brody, our coach.
It's been a very aquatic trip. There's a lot of ocean stuff. Yeah, it's been a new experience for me. Just jumping into like the canal rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting.
Oh, I want to bring up the Canal Rocks episode with Stevie a bit later. For those of you that don't know Canal Rocks, check it out online. It's a death trap as you cross the ocean all of 30 meters, and we nearly lost one of our dunkers. Completely his lack of swimming ability. Liam, what's been your thing you've liked about the trip so far?
Well, I can't say Canal Rocks because we already said it, but East Bank was cool.
Yes.
The first time. That was nice, I guess.
Yeah. Super hard. Well done.
Yeah.
Stevie Dunk. Stevie's you can't pick it up online. Stevie's got the biggest veins for any of you that are wanting to have a blood transfusion.
Yeah. Where?
Have a look.
Oh,
Okay.
He walks around with a constant pump.
He does.
That's true.
I don't know, pretty much everything that we've done so far, from the beaches to the dunk sessions to the adventure world, and pretty much everything I've done here I've enjoyed. So I haven't really disliked anything through my stay in Perth.
Yeah, okay. You haven't been over here before, have you?
No, never.
The centre of Australia.
First time, yeah.
Dan, first time to Perth?
Yeah, first time.
Yeah, you've been in Japan?
I was in Japan 2 weeks, 2 weeks before this.
Yeah.
For like 12 days. And yeah, it's a good experience. So I've just been flying around everywhere, and now I'm here.
Did you catch a fish last night? I don't remember seeing one.
I did not. I caught
A bunch of seaweed.
a bunch of seaweed.
I think I got 5, wasn't it, Angela?
6 maybe.
Yeah, and we've also got Tom Dunks and Austin. What's it been like having the boys over?
It's been good. But I mean, we've already met them all, so it's not like the first time meeting them.
No,
But yeah, it's been interesting. It's been interesting.
Austin.
Yeah, second time meeting everyone because we met everyone in Melbourne. First off, which is more interesting, getting used to everyone's personalities, especially Liam's.
What?
People seem to think we have some sort of connection.
Yeah.
But I think it's just more we just stare at each other because we don't know what to say to each other half the time.
So
What do you mean?
Very romantic.
Seems to be some tension that we need to
Sort out.
resolve off cameras, but
You probably
That's why
can't.
Stevie's sitting in between us right now.
yeah,
Yeah,
The tension.
So-
something might happen.
it was a business decision.
Yeah, right.
It only took 4 minutes, and we're into a porno.
Yeah.
Check out pornhub.com. We've also got off screen Angela, Liam's entourage
you're
that
on
he
about.
brought with her.
Enjoy.
Wait, Chris, we got the way, you might be able to see her. There we go.
Wave, Angela.
What's going on?
She's a Russian spy, so we keep our eye on her. Brody, tomorrow's our final dunk session. Have you got anything special that you want to enlighten us on?
Why would I tell you?
Well, I just want to build up the hype. So
I tell you, you might steal them.
Yeah.
So,
How's the leg?
no, it's good, man. So, as I predicted, it's just a bit of DOMS, a bit of muscle soreness.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I'm gonna empty the gas tank tomorrow. Just I've got like a list of about 20 dunks. I'm not gonna go through them all, but tomorrow, but just want to have a crack at them.
What's the best dunk that you do that people you'd get score highly in a contest, would you say?
I'd say under both, but I got 8s and 9s today, most recently.
Is that controversial? Because
I mean,
in the
I,
car,
I,
you said, yeah.
I scraped it in, so I can forgive him, but should have been at least 9s.
Oh, really?
But no, that's probably going to be my go-to for now.
Yeah. What about you, Dan? This is your first dunk session here in Perth. No pressure.
Yeah, no, I'm feeling pretty good. Power clean PR first day here, so I'm feeling like it's refreshed because I'm a bit tapered, so I don't know what to expect. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Something sexual, yeah. Something sexual.
Yeah, probably.
I guaranteed the music will be shit.
Oh,
Damn,
That's the optimal jump master.
Shout out to Jordan Kilgannon because like
Yeah.
that music
Well, I
was
don't know.
infected.
Stevie
Is it
seemed
that?
to like it on Saturday.
Apparently,
Yeah.
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 Judging by the dunks he hit, so it must have worked.
That was your
Yeah.
first something. Was it double hang off the ring or something? What
No,
was
first honey dip dunk.
Oh.
I've done a honey dip, but just without the ball. So yeah,
Okay.
last Saturday's first honey dip, and
It's 2 new dunks.
yeah, East Bay off the backboard as well.
Is that the best you've ever dunked?
Yeah, my best dunk session by far. Yeah,
Yeah. Why was that?
because
Just the lead up to the training, or
everything, just the environment, the weather, the jump X crew, just everything. The stars aligned that day. So
yeah.
Interesting. What do you mean by the weather?
no, it was just
Elaborate
Perfect.
on that.
perfect dunking weather. It's 30 degrees. It might have been a bit hot, but like I prefer like hotter weather to colder weather for dunking.
Like Melbourne, you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Would you say Perth's the best place in the world?
oh yeah, like
Shout out to Perth.
yeah.
Liam, when you
I don't
saw
know.
that dunk, any thoughts on that? When you saw
So I was
Liam and Stevie's getting up, having their best
busy
day?
filming, so I had a bit of a reserved reaction, but I didn't realize that was his first at doing that.
So any tips? Because Liam hit his first East Bay as well.
Mm.
Do you think you'll get another one? or is that it?
Don't get cocky. Yeah, I think once you get the first one, the next one's come pretty well. I mean, when I hit my first East Bay off a lob, I remember not trying it again for a while, and then I had to like sort of oh no, I did have to dribble, but then off the lob. But yeah, once I got the first one off the lob, like as long as you keep repping it out, make or miss, like you're gonna get more automatic at it.
Do you think it's easier to dunk anyone off an East Bay off 2 feet or 1 feet?
One foot.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, because Jack spams that.
Yeah, just
He
doing
doesn't
it.
even train.
Doing an East Bay off 1 foot is like similar to windmilling off 1 foot.
Yeah, that's what I
So
think.
In your experience.
It's just like you have your leg like already up there, so you just have to like quickly do the transfer.
Yeah.
You don't have to, like first 1 foot each day, like maybe
2 weeks ago?
a few weeks ago.
I thought you've been doing East Bays for a while because like,
Yeah, but it's done off 1 foot,
oh, okay.
primarily two.
So would
City,
you
right?
be close to top 5 in Australia dunking now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I would have thought.
yeah.
But,
I'll say
wait, who's top 5? Who's top 5 then?
Top 2.
He's second.
Brody, me,
Yeah.
you can't Korean or
Dan.
nah.
Does he have citizenship?
No, he lives in Korea now.
I don't think.
I think he's
can.
I thought he's like permanent resident. Do you need that
The green
certificate?
Yeah,
No, you'd be up there now. Yeah.
I'll say so. Yeah,
Excluding some random Sudanese guy.
Hat.
Yeah.
But he's not random, he's actually like pretty renowned.
man.
Yeah.
I mean, Guy's still here. I always have him ranked up high just on what he can pull out at any time.
He's a Aussie citizen.
Well, he married
True.
Rachel, so
He did,
she's
yeah.
Australian. So, but even if he wasn't Australian, like he's been living here for 4 or so years now.
So where do Australian, because I don't follow the dunk community as closely as you guys, I just do it to hang out with my son really. Where are the Aussie dunkers sort of ranked compared to some of the better dunkers in the world? Are we competitive? Are we still got a while to go, like our basketball team? Shout out to the Boomers.
Yeah, I think we're on our way there, but considering what I saw at Dunk Camp this year, there's a lot of talent
Yeah,
that no one even knows about in
Mm.
the US.
The average dunker can do a 360 East-Bay now, whereas
Yeah,
maybe 5-10 years ago that was like a glorious dunk. Like it was like a
yeah,
it was
yeah,
like someone's best dunk.
yeah. Okay.
So you really have to have some variety, and like what I'm trying to say is there's a lot of dunkers that have the same dunk package,
Mm.
and a lot of them are like right left, like me for example.
Yeah,
And it's becoming harder and harder to distinguish some of them apart.
yeah. How do you in a competition? For those of you that don't know, I'm pretty sure you all know Brody. He competes all over the world in different dunk competitions. How do you make yourself distinguished? Like we can't all have blue hair
Mm. That's true.
or a beanie.
Yeah. Blue bean.
So how do you distinguish it?
Up later.
Just with the types of dunks that you do. And most of the contests I do, there are some dunks I repeat, like between contests, but I always try and do something that's a little different or something that like I know that none of the other competitors, because usually there's only like 2 or 3 other competitors in a contest.
Yeah,
And you already sort of know what they're going to do if you've scouted them and you go, okay, I'm not going to do this dunk, I'm going to do this instead. Like I might have about 20 different dunks that I can narrow down to like whatever 4 or 5 I want to do.
yeah,
But if I got another guy that's coming, like, because you go into a contest and it's like, if he dunks before me, because sometimes they do it by alphabetic order, and my last name's Steven, so usually I'm like going second or whatever,
yeah,
or last. And you got to be prepared. Okay, he's going to do this dunk, or he could do this dunk. He might do this, and if he does, then what's your plan B? What's
Yeah,
your plan
okay.
C? And
Do you think if you go first in a dunk comp, you get scored lower?
it's really just up to the judges, and I guess it depends how well you punch a dunk. Like you could do if you do a 360 East Bay, but it sort of scrapes in, that I would probably give that like an 8 or something, but a judge might give that a 7 or a 6, and or maybe they give that a 10 because they go, oh, it's a difficult dunk, and then the next person punches an under both, like demolishes it, and it's like we've already given that standard
Yeah,
of a 10 to that previous dunk.
Mhm.
So yeah, it
Yeah.
depends. Going first, you can it's an opportunity to set the standard, or
yeah.
I mean that's sort of how I see
Maybe you
it.
need to change your name to AAA.
It's
Hey, Aaron.
pretty hard work.
Dan, you've been in contests. You've been in contests as
Yeah.
well, and Liam's been in contests.
Yeah.
What preparation do you guys do? I'll start with you, Dan, before the contest, like with legs and resting and stuff.
Like in the weeks up to,
Yeah,
or,
and say in the 10 days up to it.
I usually try and deload, like before a contest, just so I have like my legs fresh. So I'll be cutting like my volume and be like upping my intensity. So I want to be, I guess, like give my body a little bit of rest. So like my power output goes up
Yeah,
and I'm feeling refreshed and I'm feeling strong. I might like try and max out or get close to maxing out like earlier in the week prior.
yeah,
And then day of the contest, I'll be like doing like my foam rolling. And then I'll do like a bunch of like dynamic stretching, doing my ISOs, and then I typically warm up with like opposite plant jumps
yeah,
and then get into like my
yeah,
like proper
Yeah.
plant.
And Stevie, what about you?
Normally I'm the same as Dan, but instead of maxing my lifts like the week leading up, I just take the week off and get myself fully refreshed for the contest.
Yeah,
And no isos because you don't get knee pain.
Yeah, no ISOs. I've never
No
ISOs
ISOs.
anyway.
well, talking about knee pain, Liam, how do you get ready?
Yeah, well, I have to be a bit more careful because I'm an old man apparently.
I thought it was soft.
Yeah, it might be, but sort of similar. Like I unload, but I don't like to completely cut off training because I like to have some stimulus in the training because sometimes contests don't line up with
Train.
deload week, right? So I don't know,
Yeah.
I just sort of think about like what's worth more. Like if the contest is a big contest, I'll probably
Yeah.
deload completely, or if it's just like a charity thing, I'll keep training, but
Yeah.
make some minor cuts. But like with warming up and stuff, I just treat it like a normal dunk session.
Yeah.
I don't like to overthink it. Like if I do too many things different, then I end up like fucking myself. I get really like
What do you,
in my own head. So
Austin, what do you program for people that are gonna want to do an event or something to change it up?
Like, yeah, I follow that general format. Everyone's a little bit different, like in terms of what gets them feeling good, in terms of what they like to do, in terms of warm up and preparation. Like some people don't like to do anything the week leading up. Some people like to do something, to at least rev their nervous system up
Yeah.
a little bit. Everyone's a little bit different in terms of that, but it's the same general concept: unload, freshen the body up, and yeah, just get them feeling good.
Can I ask a controversial question? And I can ask this because I'm old, so please forgive me. Is there merit to training upper body? Because there seems to be this debate, even between different individuals. Obviously, some of you are ripped, most of you are ripped.
That's crazy.
Some
Some of you.
those that are wearing t-shirts, judgment. Tom Barnes obviously lifts a lot of weights to world record levels, some of them. Where do you sit in that,
Who, me? Tom.
Tom? And I'll come to you.
Well,
Why don't you look at me?
yeah. There's not. I think we've definitely done a podcast
Yeah,
about
good
this.
looking.
Austin and I have definitely talked about this before. There is definitely merit in doing upper body. The extent to what I do it, definitely not. But it's also just because I enjoy it. Like, do I need a bench, like barbell bench press 3 times a week to jump 50 inches? Probably not. Definitely not. But I like it, so it's as
Does it,
simple
well,
as
I
that.
mean, does it give you an advantage or does it give you a disadvantage, do you think?
I
Do
think
you mean, okay, so
Mm.
just to clarify that question,
So,
for him, does it give him an advantage or a disadvantage to doing it at his extent, or you mean generally?
what's the difference?
There's a big difference.
Well, what is it?
Well, Tom does huge amount of volume and likes to train upper to get bigger and to improve his bench press, not necessarily for jumping. There's a difference between training upper body for jumping versus getting a bigger bench press. You're like different things.
Yeah, okay.
Saying you're doing similar things, but just different emphasis.
Get him in.
Podcasting?
Yeah.
It wasn't until you come in.
The light set up.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Brady, what's your thoughts?
In preparation for a contest.
No,
or
in
just-
terms of upper body.
just generally. I think as dunking gets more complicated, like as you level up and you've got to do more variety of dunks, 360s and transfers under the legs, between the legs, like you have to, if you do that, and there are plenty of dunkers that don't train upper much or at all, and they can still get away with it, but you're leaving a lot of like gains on the table by not training it.
Yeah.
I think I've noticed, like even dunking aside, just jumping, like I've noticed a direct correlation with doing like pull-ups and muscle-ups, especially because it's more of like a fast movement. It's like
Yeah.
you're training. Yeah, you are training type 2 X vibes of that. That sort of, it's for that same range of motion as when you're doing an arm swing. And I've noticed when I've trained that as early as like when I was like 19 years old, I first started doing all that stuff. My arm swing got stronger. I felt like I was jumping high. My E-space got much more powerful. That was along that same sort of period of time when I did start hitting some of those first dunks off lobs and like added more variety to my dunking. And also, if you just train legs only, you can't train legs every day unless you're Tom. And if you just like, I generally, when I train, I'm doing like an upper and lower split just so I can maximize volume along with maximizing my rest days before I've done. And if I'm like not doing upper body day, that's just a day where I'm being sort of sedentary, and being sedentary isn't really like, there's other problems that can come with that, and you create imbalances and stuff too. So yeah, upper body's definitely important. It's not necessary to dunk, but why wouldn't you do it? Like, and like if you want to be an athlete, like it doesn't hurt to look like an athlete as well.
I'm into that. Dan, Australia's second number two, self-appointed. Do you do a lot of upper strength?
Not usually. My like upper sessions, I've only recently started to like do it a bit like more seriously. But
Is that for aesthetics or for performance?
more for performance. Like I'll do some specific stuff for like my shoulders
Yeah.
and like for my chest, like Brody said, doing like particular movements such as like east bays and behind the back. It's good to have like a good amount of shoulder strength and also like your back as well. So like the pull-ups as well. And bench does like help, I guess, with like because when you're I guess swinging the ball down, you're engaging your pec a little bit and you're getting that contraction. So every little bit will make a difference. I don't think it's the most important thing.
No.
But as far as it comes to hitting more technical dunks,
Yeah.
you need every advantage you can possibly get.
Yeah. Okay. Who's your favorite dunker at the moment?
Favorite?
Or one or two?
I'd say like my all-time favorite dunker. But do you mean like right now?
Just
or-
yeah, who's the one of your so who's the one you like now and who's your favorite of all time?
Favorite of all time is probably Jake Clark.
Okay.
The jumper.
Yeah.
Because I grew up like watching him.
Yeah.
I was quite inspired by him.
Yeah.
Right now, I'd say
So he's been demoted.
No, he's not not being demoted.
Shout out to Jordan Clark. Jonathan Clark. What did I say? Jordan Clark.
I really like the way like Donovan Hawkins dunks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess what? He trains upper body.
Yeah.
Does he?
Yeah,
Oh,
there's a
yeah.
lot.
He's like a truck. He's the truck guy, right? Blonde hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a serious shout out. He's good.
He's American.
Yeah, I
He
know.
looks very American.
Does he?
Yeah, he's a truck.
Yeah.
He weighs like 100, right?
Yeah,
Or
something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, that's cooked.
Jeez, lighter than me. Do you do upper, Stevie?
Yeah, I do a bit of upper. Yeah.
Do you do upper, Liam?
You could probably tell. I don't do a lot of upper. No, I just don't really like. I think I can sort of get away with it at this age. I just sort of get my upper from doing jumps. Like
Yeah.
it works my traps out a lot.
Yeah.
If you start doing upper, you won't have that deconditioned
No,
sort
that's
of
true.
traps. And when you're doing a jump, you're recruiting every muscle more or less. It's one of those few athletic movements where you are like if I can tell it's just from like looking at freeze frames of when I'm planting and jumping
Yeah.
and towing off and all that.
Yeah.
The faces I pull, it's like I'm in a fighter jet
Yeah.
with all these G-forces, like your faces contorting and stuff, and like it's the most ripped. Like if I do it shirtless and I see
Yeah.
I see it
Well,
inside,
we can
like,
only hope.
it's the most ripped like I can ever look.
It's when you're block foot and your arm swing like synchronized, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you just through that whole like
Yeah.
planting and towing off, like you are using everything.
Yeah.
Gavin
Yeah,
has some funny screenshots of that where we look like dinosaurs with our necks out, like tensing.
If you don't look like that, you're not doing it. That's the thing.
Not trying hard enough.
Yeah.
So if you're not doing upper body, I mean, you are going to train your upper body regardless with just jumping, but you can't jump every day unless you're
Like,
Vic or someone. So.
Yeah.
the way, like it's almost like people don't think arm swing is involved in jumping. Like the equation of power is force times velocity.
Yeah.
So to increase force output, you have to get stronger. So if you get stronger in your upper body, your power output goes up. So your arm swing gets more powerful.
Yeah.
So if your arm swing gets more powerful, what's going to happen?
You
You're going to
go,
jump higher.
you go lower. Tricky.
No,
Well, I think you were telling me like, if you've got 20 kilos on your arm and you're throwing that up as well, that momentum takes you up with it, right?
Yeah, the other thing is shoulder injuries as well. Like common thing for dunkers have shoulder problems. If you get stronger shoulders, you're less susceptible to that happening as well, which can put people out for ages having a shoulder injury.
Yeah.
So that's one
Do
thing.
we get many shoulder injuries in dunking?
not really. But back on what you were
Get it
saying,
in, you get it in
what
there.
you were saying before, when I broke it was this thumb in 2013 when
thumb.
I was 17,
Yeah.
and I had an arm cast up to sort of there.
Yeah.
might have been at least a kilo. I'm not sure what the weight is, but I remember I was jumping. There's videos of me jumping with it, and I was doing high checks, and the arm swing was more powerful. I was jumping higher with the cast on, just on one hand. So if I had a cast on both, who knows?
Tomorrow's dunk session, we're gonna wear 20-kilo weights.
But like,
That's interesting.
and even like Daniel Back was sort of, he made a post about this about a year or two ago, and it basically sort of was along the same sort of lines as what I did with that, you know.
Thomas, who's your current favorite dunker? And I think I know who your favorite dunker is of all time because he's mine. So who's your current front?
I haven't even thought about that, but
Is it Killer Junior 23?
it might be. It might be. Yeah. No, I don't know. I haven't really thought about that. But the other one's definitely Steven.
Sally.
Sally.
Yeah.
Oh,
One second. I got a little scrappy
Oh.
for a second.
Wow. You got so close and then he ripped it out
I
from
knew- I
under you,
thought-
didn't he?
Finally,
Out of your chest.
finally, I had some.
Finally hit that.
Do you have a
that
lot
elbow.
of fanfare?
Well, that's alright, bro. You're my favorite dunker.
Oh, cheers, bro.
Yeah.
His fingers are crossed though.
Yeah.
I'd say Stephen Sally too. Like Jordan's, I think Jordan's the one I like to watch the most. Him and Isaiah. But
Yeah.
Stephen Sally is, shout out to Stephen, is just energy and crazy and
Well, his
really cool and yeah,
Energy Steve, right?
yeah.
Mm.
I don't know if you
His
guys
nickname.
know. Do you know Stephen Sally? He's got his own little rap
Yeah.
songs and
Yeah.
he's always doing something. I love him.
Yeah.
He's good. Who's your? Who's yours? Current favorite?
Yeah, that's a good question. I would say, well, I already said Stevie. It was cool watching Stevie on Saturday, but
Was
fuck, that's tough, man. I don't know. Like, I would say, like, to the people I like to enjoy watching the most would be
Yeah.
like Jordan, Donovan, and this guy.
Brody?
Yeah, Brody.
You're just saying that because he's sitting there?
No, I just like Brody's style, like how he dance.
Yeah, tell someone who's
I
really.
feel like he's got a lot of finesse.
Something that I really liked when we did the Melbourne trip was that the other old guy that was there, Area 51.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone's seen him, but he's 5 foot. He'd be 5'6", 5'8", okay. And he's still got the hops that I think he's about 1,000 now. But yeah, no, he's awesome. Yeah. What about you, Stevie?
Probably the guy who inspired me to dunk was Isaiah Rivera, really.
Yeah,
And also this guy here, Tom, one of the first dunkers I ever knew, and he's from Australia, so how convenient. But
you were telling me because for the 10 listeners, we were actually showing Stevie where Tom trained as a kid in high school, and then the Coburn Arc where we got kicked out of unceremoniously last year. So
yeah,
he really had a connection to go
remember
and see it.
the OG days when he used to train in his home gym and when he used to dunk at the house and everything. But
feel like out of everyone here, I met you first.
yeah,
Online at least.
yeah, online. It was it
100%.
goes back a couple of years, but
2019, definitely.
yeah.
Is that you or Brody?
Yeah, okay.
I don't really like right now. I don't really have like a favorite dunker.
Yeah.
There's a combination of
Sorry,
about-
Liam.
there's a combination of about 5 or 6 dunkers that are probably my favorite.
Such as?
Isaiah Rivera, Jordan Guyanan, John Sutherland, actually. Some of the OGs like Chris Staples.
Yeah.
Tito?
And he was a bit before
Too
me.
old, man.
Yeah.
Tito was
he was a
the
bit before my generation.
smaller guy, wasn't he?
But
Yeah.
Have you seen his videos? bro?
Yeah, no,
It's
they're
just
crazy.
insane.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Who else I missed up? Jonathan Clark.
Yeah.
Um,
1 foot God's good.
yeah, Jordan Sutherland.
Yeah. Do you know him? Do you have much to do with him, Brody?
My first FIBA 3-on-3 contest was against him.
How did you go?
I almost beat him, but I wasn't making good dunks, but I was just surviving. And he had missed on his final round dunk. He was going for the win, which wasn't a very common dunk back then.
The what?
The wins is what he does.
Oh, okay.
He
mainly misses.
Yeah, so he had missed the first 2 attempts, and then he had one more attempt, and he made it.
Yeah.
He came in clutch there. But if he had missed that, I would have won.
Oh, really?
And it wouldn't have felt good. It would have been like, oh,
Yeah,
because I was doing all safety dunks basically.
yeah.
Where was that?
I was in Japan, 2018.
So do you travel like regularly through the year, Duncan?
I'll probably go overseas maybe twice a year on average, and then I do some stuff locally in Queensland, especially the last couple of years, and probably go to Melbourne twice a year at least.
Summer
I
jam.
might end up in like Sydney or some other random place too, but
Oh,
yeah, Perth, yeah. There's not a lot of contests in Australia, but I'm trying to get onto like the dunk show scene with like the NBL teams and stuff. So
Oh, okay.
hopefully in the next year or so I can get more active with that.
Yeah.
Bit hard being in Townsville, but I can find a way to make it work. But yeah, I would say Sutherland is actually, in terms of like style and flair, like I mean, even though I'm more of a 2 foot guy, like I remember watching Sutherland when he first came up, probably like 10 years ago. And
Yeah.
he's just been like one of the most consistent dunkers out there.
Yeah.
And
I would
Yeah, he
say
just-
he's one of the more underrated of all time.
but I
as
mean,
well.
he's got a dunk package with NBA 2K, and he's like well known now.
Is he?
Like people know to name 1 foot guard, like in America especially. He is like a very well-rounded dunker and entertainer,
Yeah.
and that's really important.
He is an entertainer. Last year at dunk camp, he had swords, and whenever someone hit a good dunk, do you remember that? And he'd pull out these bloody samurai swords. Yeah,
damn.
and it's easy.
Right.
And
More.
Yeah,
you're saying he's underrated. He is underrated off 2 feet. He can do like double up e-space and stuff.
on 2 feet.
Yeah.
Shout out to 1 foot God. I hope your recovery of your Achilles is going well.
That's true.
From everyone down here in Australia.
And CJ too.
And
That's
CJ.
another one with one of the dunkers I really liked growing up. CJ. Yeah.
There's too many good dunkers.
Yeah. CJ's style though.
Well, it's a growing and expanding sport. You guys make a living now off teaching people to dunk, and the other 3 gentlemen, they're also part of their life now is jumping and fitness. So, what else do we want to cover today? Open mic.
What do we think about the Sydney? What are they? Sydney Dunkers? Sydney Dunk Squad? Up and coming.
Yeah.
Oh, what's your opinion, Liam? Because you're kind of the
Well,
forefront of all
I
this.
just run the account, man. But I like how they have organized sessions, like with Brendan
Yep.
and the other guy taking dunks. Or
Dylan.
Yeah.
Is there going to be a Sydney Melbourne dunk squad link up in
Surely.
the future?
I hope so. I don't really like the idea of going to Sydney though, because I hate Sydney. But
We just had half the viewers turned on. We're down to 5. So
Why do you hate Sydney?
oh, well, me and Dan went there once, and it was just a bad time.
You went to the trenches of Sydney. That's what
Did
we
you
did.
go
Blacktown
Yeah.
torrential
It started
rain
raining while we did the contest, so
Oh, really?
got cleaned up.
It's busy.
Oh, okay. That makes sense now.
yeah.
I thought you
Yeah,
just were saying shitting on Sydney, like the sound, the
I can
people, and everything about it is
Yeah.
shit. We like Sydney, don't we, Brady?
So I got family there.
Okay.
It's like a third home to me.
We need to plan another road trip for the Perth-based people, so we're not sure where that'll be yet. Townsville, Sydney, or Canada.
Gold Coast maybe. All the
Potentially.
theme parks are there. I'd come down for that.
Oh yeah, would you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got friends there.
Got stuff on. Sorry.
Because I'm busy.
Playing an injury for them.
I have.
I haven't.
You don't have it in June.
I have an event there in April, but I might be away overseas for that, so I'll have to check the dates. But
Yeah.
first week of April, I might be there.
Okay. Well, we're thinking about going back to America, or the boys are. So, but I'm not sure if we'll go to dunk camp.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, as much as we love it, might try something different.
might go to Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just got to ask Jordan if he'll have all
Silence.
6 of us at his house. He's got an apartment, hasn't he?
Or
So-
stand his bedroom on the floor.
Well, he'd be on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So shout out to Jordan.
I have a question for everyone. What's everyone's favorite dunk? I guess to do, but also see. as well, like both, like see someone else do.
Well, I really like seeing when I was at dunk camp, I like seeing Travis do it behind the back because it's the most efficient behind the back I've ever seen.
Travis Reynolds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's just got the most efficient hand speed with that dunk, like off the bounce as well. So
He actually likes Vegemite too.
That's so
just a
rare for
fun
an American.
fact. Yeah.
yeah,
Travis, I don't
Probably
think he
being
listens
polite.
to this, but
No, he does.
does he?
Yeah.
We were impressed. We also gave him a wheat bix, put that in his mouth. He
Dry.
dry, he, and then we had peanut butter and jelly in return, and it was shit. It was so shit, but I was grateful. We were grateful, weren't we?
Yeah.
Keep going.
Oh, what's your favorite dunk to do?
Well, when it goes in, I like doing the win because it's like no one else really does it that I've met except for Jack, obviously. But
At your height, though.
yeah, at my height and
5'8".
at my age. So thanks. I think I might have been one of the youngest to do it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's definitely some high schools in America that are doing
like
it.
some 15.
So sorry to burst your bubble.
No.
There's a 14-year-old in like
Yeah.
Florida somewhere doing it right
You
now.
know,
There's always
sound
some 10-year-old Eastbang, you know.
Yeah,
But
AI generated though.
Why
Like Alex's girlfriend. Shout out to Alex.
yeah.
don't they be listening to this? But,
Nah,
yeah.
he's made a rubber.
That's crazy.
Keep going, Stevie.
Well, we didn't ask Brody. Did we?
Oh yeah. Well,
What's your
I
favourite
was
dunk?
doing the guests first, but yeah, go, Brady.
Yeah.
Me, okay. Favorite dunk to do, probably like a 360 behind the back with the left hand, or a 360 on the both, whichever way. Favorite dunk to watch would probably just be like a really powerful dunk, like probably like an elbow hanger. I'm thinking like Doug Anderson when he does his honey dip windmill. Like I've never seen it in person, I've never met him, but if I saw that in person, that'd be like a really surreal sort of thing to watch. But I guess the craziest dunk I have seen in person. Yeah. Actually, I saw Bravo last year in Austria. He did a double up East Bay elbow. I knew he was going to do it. Yeah, he hung. Yeah,
What?
that was at the
Oh.
So I guess that might be the craziest one I've seen it so much.
I don't think anyone could do a double East Bay.
No, double up East Bay
Oh, of course.
elbow.
Right. I need to name these things better.
Oh, double up's named after T-Dub himself.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and it's-
Double up ink.
Do you reckon he could still dunk?
apparently you can.
I
Can't
think I still can. I think.
he did a dunk camp, didn't
Mm.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
You had a session with like some of the
Dylan.
yeah.
he? Mm.
Typical.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Nah.
My favorite dunk to do also when it goes in is probably a 360 windmill. I don't know, it just looks very stylish and
Yeah.
um and in terms of favorite dunks, does it have to be in person or can it be like that you've seen in general?
That you've seen.
Probably Isaiah's kamikaze dunk.
So describe it for the viewers at
That's
home.
where he
We'll do
like-
it tomorrow, it's fine.
Yeah.
yeah. I'll just show all tomorrow.
We'll have to check back in
Yeah.
later, viewers.
Yeah, stay tuned for that.
We'll overlay it.
So what does it look like?
So he kind of like rolls the ball back and then catches it under his leg. So he rolls it.
Oh yeah.
Let's go, catches it with the same hand, just
Yeah.
finishes it.
Mhm.
And I reckon that'd be on par with some of 1 Foot God's dunks, like some of his drunks more so.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
just amazing.
He likes to dunk over people as well, jump over crowds. Looks very
Oh yeah,
The
yeah.
wall of kids.
the wall of kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty crazy. Yeah.
Mess up.
Go to Dan.
Favorite dunk to do and
Yeah.
favorite dunk I've seen. The favorite dunk to do. I really like a J Rich off the lob to hand catch it. I reckon it's one of the most like satisfying dunks to do. Especially like if you get like a super clean transfer and a punchy finish. For the best dunk I've seen in person, I saw John Kilgannon's double up crown at Summer Jam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there too for that. Yeah, that was
Were you
sick.
competing or
Yeah.
how'd you
I
go?
missed a dunk, so I was out.
Oh, really?
But I did the dunk with the loudest reaction.
Oh, really?
I did,
That's
I did a
interesting.
Tetris in like the first dunk, and I took it away from Jordan.
Mm.
Jordan was like, "You bastard!" I was like,
Do you get paid to do those, or do you use it all prize
I
money?
think that year I did. Yeah, they last few years they have been. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
we've got a few more sponsors behind them. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
when
Yeah.
before because it was just like a very small sort of group running it,
Yeah.
and it's grown each year.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Got Jordan, yeah.
Oh, Jordan Brand, yeah,
Have they really?
Yeah.
Foot Locker and all them, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I saw a photo of you. Yeah. You're
Yeah,
in
that's
your own-
that's the reason I'm in Foot
Yeah.
Locker.
Yeah. I saw that. You
Yeah.
happy with how the photo? For those of you that don't know, Brady's now in one of the shops here. His photo adorns above the shoes, and he is looking pretty
Handsome.
good.
Why
Handsome.
doesn't your Instagram say male model on it?
Yeah.
Is it taken?
My model.
So play that.
Change it, yeah.
You gotta have Duncan male model, like
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, you must be pretty proud to have that up though. Like,
Yeah, but I was the last to find out about it.
well, you're in the
Sure.
shop the next day getting the photo in front of it. What do you
More
mean?
like a month later.
A month later. That's
No,
great.
it was regardless of how it went, yeah, I'm pretty
Good.
cool with that. You know, it's like a bucket list sort of moment. So,
Yeah, well, we're very proud of you here in Australia. You didn't answer the second part of the question.
yeah, we kind of.
You're on
Which
You
was
did, yeah.
I thought
You did.
Favorite dunk to see. I think.
Oh, you did find, yeah, the Jordan.
Crowd.
Yeah. What was
well,
your?
that was like the in terms of ones that I'd like to see in person. I didn't answer that, but
So,
in dunks, a dunk that I'd love to see is probably Doug Anderson's J Reach reverse two hands or under both reverse two hands.
yeah.
I reckon that would be a crazy dunk to see in person.
You asked the question, Austin. So,
No, Tom's gonna get first.
all right, Tom.
Yeah.
Which one do I like
Favorite
doing?
dunk? I reckon your favorite one you like doing is off backboard East Bay.
At the moment, yeah. I think all the time, honestly, behind the back. Off the lob.
Pardon?
Off the lob. On the back.
The one you over celebrated the most was the under the leg one. I mean, that's just where
Oh,
for
under both.
days your shirt was off and
Yeah.
it was
I
lame.
got mobbed. I got mobbed. Well, you would know when Hack got touched. Yeah, it's always Hack.
Back touch.
There's a lot
Always
of
Hack.
touching at the jump
Yeah.
Martin
Yeah,
Dirks
touch me as well.
Perth based
Did he?
jump
Yeah,
sessions.
twice.
Nice.
He touched me,
Shout out
touched you, but where?
Yeah, show us on the
Fucking-
body. Show us on the doll where it's.
Went to where he touched it.
And, I share a story, Hack, because he was quite nervous to talk to Brady. As he's seen him, and Brady walks in on Saturday, and he says, "I'm going to sledge him first off."
Those are the ones that
I'm not sure if you heard this, Brady, but you fucked up a dunk, but you're only warming up. And he said, "Oh, I think you're too old to hit that." Did you hear that?
Thanks.
I think you just went straight faced, or you didn't hear it. And the next time he's gone up, he has slammed this dunk through the ring. It was funny. Hack went, I think he's not going to talk to me again. Tom Barnes, what was the favorite dunk that you've seen live?
Well, no, just like in general, like no, in general.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just trying to think of like, because I've seen a lot of dunks live at Dunk Camp, especially that 2019 dunk show at Dunk Camp. It's one of the like more famous ones. Pretty sure Isaiah did a 360 under both, left right. I like him spinning that way compared to the
Yeah.
right left right hand way.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah. Okay. And Austin?
Favorite dunk to do. I don't know. Probably like right now, cuff windmill, or like just a tomahawk with the left hand off backboard.
I can't wait to hit the East Bay because it's been coming a long time.
Yeah, I know. It's annoying.
Everyone's getting frustrated
You
now.
will
Yeah.
get touched.
Yeah.
Yeah, you will.
Fiddled.
I can be there. I can be first there. He always is. Somehow finds a way.
Teleports.
Yeah, favorite dunks to see. I really like Miller's East Bay. With like the two-hand catch. I don't know. I just think it looks insane,
Yeah.
like crazy.
Yeah.
Punches it like
Yeah.
an animal.
Yeah.
Or Jordan's cuff windmill. That's insane too.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
You know,
Miller
I
dunks-
just
Miller Dunk's very loud as well. I
uh,
did a contest against him years ago. It's the only time I met him, and he's just basic East Bay, just shakes the whole like
So
building.
right.
it shakes the room.
Yeah, literally, yeah, There's aura about his East Base for sure.
Yeah.
I'm going to go a little bit. Should I do mine?
Yeah,
Shall I
go
do
on.
mine?
Yeah.
So my favorite dunker that I saw, shout out to all the pros, was probably Andy's. Andy,
Over
Oh,
the hill.
Over the hill dunker.
Andy Nicholson.
Andy Nicholson, from the dunk camp. Anything he hits, because he's the same age as me, we both get up super hyped for each other. And my
But
favorite
did you
dunk,
say it's super high or hot?
well,
high.
either or, shout out to Andy. But Andy is one of the reasons the whole basketball community is where it is because of these dunk camps and just how he goes about things. And he pushes me and I push him, but we don't generally hit one dunk a session. Sometimes he may hit more. And my favorite missed dunk to go in was when Andy threw me one off the backboard of the dunk camp and I just missed it off the one-handed lob. So
Back rim.
back rimmed it. Sorry, Andy. Lob wasn't quite there to be.
You had a really good one with Jordan 2023 camp.
I had one with
That's
Jordan
pretty,
23 camp, and I was so excited I ran into the crowd, and some poor
Liam.
child was grabbed, and I just gave him the biggest hug. He was 22, Liam, right?
Liam Forbes.
He's thinking,
yeah.
who the hell is this old guy running? The crowd was up. It was like I'd won the gold medal. And then Jordan Sutherland gets out his swords. I thought he was going to knight me on the spot. So yeah, that was good.
Can I add one more to the favorite
course.
dunk that I could possibly see? I haven't seen it in person, but when Jordan Kilgannon did his like 360 scorpion, he cuffed it,
Yeah.
and he just finished like.
Oh yeah, recently, like 2
No, it
months
was
ago.
like a couple of years ago, maybe
Mm.
3 years ago.
Mm.
That was one of those few dunks that I've seen pop up on my Instagram feed. And I had to like just watch it over and
Yeah.
over, and I was like, what
Yeah,
am I looking at? Like this is
yeah,
like I didn't think that was possible kind of thing. But he's had plenty of moments like that. But that's probably one dunk I'll choose over like windmill and a dip thing. But
yeah.
I
Could you
think
do
it's-
that? Could you
the cuffing, I think I tried it once recently, like soon after I
Yeah.
saw that, but I just was still sort of trying to figure out the plant and all that and
Yeah,
the
yeah.
placement, but also just cuffing. I suck at cuffing dunks. Like I've never practiced it.
Yeah,
I think I did a cuff windmill once, and that's the extent of my cuffing.
yeah.
You know Jordan's 360 lost and found or hide and seek.
Yeah,
The original one. That's like
I was-
definitely one.
yeah.
Yeah, that is crazy.
That's like I feel like everyone really likes that dunk because it was the first of that.
It just looks very like pretty, like
He punched it as well.
Mm.
yeah.
I had like 40 camera angles of that one dunk as well.
He must have told everyone like I'm hitting it today. He's like family was there.
There's like 6 GoPros on the backboard.
He knew.
I saw a dunk with Isaiah where he was dressed as a teacher.
No, that
That
was
was Jonathan Clark.
Was that John?
Yeah, he's a teacher.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
No, I was pretty sure it was Isaiah.
I
He was
said-
dressed up in all these.
Yeah,
He did
Cool.
do
Yeah.
a suit.
at the show.
There's a suit. Yeah,
Oh, it was yeah, he had like a t-shirt and like a tie.
yeah. That must be hard to dunk in back gear, I would have thought.
what was the context of that?
It was
Just
a show.
Promotion.
I don't know.
I think they're sponsors.
It was a dunk show.
Oh yeah, there was, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Were the shirts like stretchy or something?
Must have been.
Mm.
I mean, Jordan did it with the NBA too, didn't he? He had came out and looked like a normal guy.
Yeah,
And the jeans.
The J, that's my favorite.
Yeah.
jeans.
And what an open mic. Other questions you want to ask each other? Go for it. Probably only got a little while left.
Next dunk that you want to hit bucket list.
Under both.
Don't start with me.
What do you think about
I'm
it?
gonna try a crown off the lob tomorrow.
Yep.
If I can hit that,
Yeah.
that's a victory for me.
Epic.
Will you run if you hit it? Will you celebrate?
I'll hang up there.
Oh, really?
I won't come down. Yeah.
Okay.
You can sit up there for a little bit.
So I'll just chill out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
You guys can go to the other group.
Yeah. Yeah. Relish.
Well, one thing's for sure, it'll be captured on camera because there's 30 cameras set up at
Yeah.
these sessions. It's
Good, I
insane.
hope there is.
One broken tripod is fun.
Liam.
Oh shit. Well, technically I'm behind the back. But I challenged Dylan Haugen to like a race
Yeah.
to who can hit off the backboard East Bay first.
Yeah.
Because we're both pretty close to it. We just can't quite get it. But
I thought Dylan was hitting that. Like,
They're like the same distance away, to be honest.
are they?
Yeah.
Oh.
Dylan does it off lob.
off the backboard.
Off backward East Bay.
Oh no. Like Chris thought Dylan already did it.
No, I thought Dylan had already done it. He's done everything else, it seems.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Steve.
He's only 14 as well. So
Underbow.
Don't talk.
Underbow. The next goal.
I thought you'd hit it under both. You were close the other day,
No, I haven't hit underbow.
pretending.
I made it on, but the camera's not on, so.
elbowed as well,
In
hey?
June.
Yeah, in June, yeah.
So,
Yeah, also probably behind the back is probably what I should be working on next.
yeah,
Yeah, should be a priority.
low in practice.
You back rim behind the back.
Oh, too many times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Front rim, back rim. Just
Yeah.
gotta keep ripping it out.
Before we get to Dan, Stevie, when we crossed Canal Rocks,
Ah.
I knew you were gonna bring it up.
Always comes.
I was anticipating it.
Yeah, well, Stevie said he could swim, and we assumed, being Australian, that he was a good swimmer. And we crossed Canal Rocks, and what happened, Stevie?
It was a bit of a struggle. I wasn't expecting
A
I
bit.
wasn't expecting the current to be as strong as it was, and
What happened halfway?
I struggled a bit. I kind of needed some assistance.
It wasn't too bad. I mean, I'm sure does Nathan listen to this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Nathan George, yeah.
Nathan George got halfway across, and he was doing pretty good. And I said, "Oh, Nathan, I think that's a shark. I don't want you to panic." And glug down he went. So we had to. He actually went under the water. I think with you. At one
I
point,
didn't go under the water.
You didn't go
but
under the
There
water.
was a
You
lot
went
of
under the
pain that
water.
set in because
Yeah.
I knew I wouldn't be able to touch my feet at the bottom, so I was just like,
Yeah.
oh shit,
Yeah,
gotta swim across.
you did well. I mean, you got across, and
Yeah, I did all right.
it's just a bit of experience. It'd be good for it next time, right?
Well, you've only seen a shark once or twice.
Once or
right?
twice.
Yeah.
Sharks definitely go through that channel when there's salmon running, or is it Taylor? It's one of the two. But
That's
it's a different time of the
If
year.
you told me that, I would probably.
Yeah, same.
Why would I tell you that?
I would not have gone.
Why would I tell you that?
I would not have gone.
No. You were 90% safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
90%.
I trust you.
Did you like the channel swim?
Yeah, it was a humbling experience for sure.
Yeah.
I don't do any.
No, but when you get to the other side, for those at home, you can see the raw ocean and the giant waves crashing onto it. So it's quite spectacular. We'll put a post up on the YouTube channel, a photo. But you did well. Well done.
Yeah,
Well done. Yeah.
appreciate it.
Dan, you didn't arrive till Sunday, so you missed the channel. But what's the next dunk?
Next dunk I want to hit. Probably 360 inverter. I've put in like a few reps into it and been getting like my hands for it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna try it a bunch next session because I got other plans in mind. But
Such as? Or is that secret?
we'll see. Yeah.
Oi.
Yeah, that's definitely a dunk that I want to hit. Been working towards like a few dunks that I've been getting close to, like East Bay Scorpion, behind the back Scorpion as well.
Yeah.
So, those are probably the next on my list that I want to go for.
Crikey. All right. Hopefully tomorrow at Lakeside.
Potentially,
It's actually a Christian centre as well. You're a Christian, so
indeed.
we will pray. Didn't stop the swearing though, I can tell you last time. That was just Tom?
What I'm trying to hit,
Yeah.
backboard behind the back, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
You need to speak to Travis.
Yeah. Or Jordan.
Oh yeah.
Or Brody.
Or Brody.
Actually, we spoke about it a little bit.
I've never done that. Done
Haven't you?
backboard behind the back.
No.
No, never tried it.
Yeah, so if you tried it for like a week, then
Well, can I just clarify something? Have you done a backboard e-split?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, years ago.
Lies. Then.
Oh, right. I thought you had it. I thought you said you had it.
Lies.
I haven't done one recently.
We'll send it tomorrow then.
Might be cracked tomorrow. Why not?
Why not? I'll be doing it.
Give it a whirl.
Austin.
Oh, I think
East
people
Bay.
know. Yeah.
That's awful.
How close is this East Bay, or is it?
I don't know. It depends. Sometimes I get really close. Sometimes I'm nowhere.
Yeah.
It's a bit inconsistent because of technique.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying two hands at 53.
And backward.
Turning 53. So I can do right hand. I got 3 dunks in my repertoire.
Ooh.
Right hand, left hand, off my own lob, and
You
then
got to hit a backboard.
I got to hit backboard.
You gotta
Close
hit
to the
a-
backboard.
You got to hit a backboard two-hander.
Well, my coaches are shit, so Thinking of changing.
I seen you hit it. I seen you destroy it on the low. I've seen you on 96 bounce it off the
Yeah.
ground,
Yeah.
hit the backboard, then you jump up and dunk it with two hands.
Yeah, that's 9-6.
Yeah.
It all turns into
Considerably lower than 9.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. You never know at 53 how much more you can jump. So every day sounds like I'm dying tomorrow. Some illness. We take it all for granted. One thing that did surprise me though is 53 when you're 19 seems really old. And it doesn't surprise me LeBron is still being really competitive, top 10 in the NBA.
Well, there's a Chinese guy named Chen who's 38 and he's
Yeah.
got hitting
Chen.
fever for X3.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, he's good.
So I reckon
Yeah,
this
pretty
generation of dunkers will go a lot longer than we would have thought. A lot longer than T-Mac may have
I
gone.
think as long as you don't rupture any tendons, you can go quite a while. More like the goalposts have been widened more and more. As you know, we learn more about medicine, recovery.
Yeah.
You know, coaching platforms like ours have
Yeah.
popped up, and people from like a young age of like 18 are getting into it. It's accessible to them. When I was 18, there wasn't really much anything like that. Social media wasn't really. It had just sort of started with Instagram, but
Yeah.
like the whole landscape has changed, and it's sort of like it fosters that kind of like extended window of whether it's your prime or just dunking age.
Yeah.
Your dunking age, most people thought like 35 to 40 was like the
Yeah.
like sort of like the end game or the cap
Yeah.
for it, but like now it's like you can get up to 50, 52, 53 and still be dunking.
Yeah. Oh well, Tom, who comes to dunk camp, he's still dunking. He's 54, 55. Yeah. So he can definitely do it. And there's no contact with dunking as well. So I don't.
Unpredictable.
It's very repetitive, very predictable.
Yeah.
And like I said, if you're not going to like roll an ankle or
Yeah.
have like you will come across chronic injuries, but
Yeah.
they are manageable as
Yeah.
long as you're eating well, training well,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
overdoing it.
All right, we're going to wrap up in the next few minutes. Have you guys enjoyed seriously Perth so far? And you can say it's shit.
Honestly, there's been too many fucking flies.
Yeah, too many flies.
I can't believe it. I came here 15, 17 years ago.
Yeah,
I don't remember flies at all. And then I come here thinking,
Yeah.
oh yeah, November's a good time of year. There's not going to be any
Yeah.
rain or anything. Like I really premeditated this. And
yeah.
I get here and it's been raining almost
Well,
every
you
second
do know
day.
you have to bathe more than once a week.
Oh, fucking right. Fair ding.
What have you enjoyed about it? Have you enjoyed catching up with all the troops, or has it all been a shit show?
No, it's been good. Yeah, appreciate you guys for like having us and
Yeah,
taking time out of your lives to show us around, show
Yeah.
us your neck of the woods. And
Brody's been staying with Nana Ma, Tom's
Oh no, yeah, mom.
Tom's grandmother.
Yeah.
And the rest have been out there at B&B in it. Final thoughts of Perth?
Greatest city in Australia.
Not at gunpoint.
Leave advice if you need help.
What have you liked seriously? You
oh,
like
yeah,
down
just-
south? You've done a lot in a few short
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, just catching up with everyone's also really good. Gavin, you guys didn't really get to see me dunk at dunk camp at all,
Yeah,
so it was good to
Yeah.
show you that I can actually dunk. So,
yeah. At dunk camp, he actually asked me for some codeine tablets so he could get through the knee pain. I felt like a drug supply. I don't think you can do codeine in America.
Yeah.
Shout out to the US government.
Can't.
No.
Oh,
isn't that Oxy?
oxycodone, yeah.
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 You know, like Panadine.
Yeah, I
and
know
stuff
what it
like
is.
that.
Like they gave me something for my ankle last year, and I didn't really do much for me. But I
Yeah.
thought in America it was a huge thing.
Yeah, okay.
Like a huge
I
thing.
think rappers are always going on about it.
Well, that's probably why I've been
It's-
outlawed now.
Hang on, you're making it sound like I was getting some steroids, but
Yeah.
they're over the
I
counter
did fuck all, mate. So-
prescriptions here
Yeah.
in Australia. Like,
This is flour. Like
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
full on, just like
Yeah,
sugar.
Stevie, final thoughts before we sign off about in your time here with all the people, including Angela as well, who's been really good to get to know.
The beaches are better, I reckon, than Melbourne.
Yeah,
Yeah. you guys had better weather into the last couple of days, more
Yeah.
Melbourne weather, but
Yeah,
usually
Yeah.
usually you guys have better weather, which I was looking forward to, and just being around some of the Jump X crew that I haven't met before, making a few new friends, and
Yeah.
it's a good bunch of people, but
Yeah. Slightly odd though.
yeah, a few of them.
Yeah. Austin, what's it been like having all these guys over for you?
Yeah, no, it's been fun and been good.
That's so
I don't
broad.
know.
Do you really
I
like?
don't know what to say.
Well, what
Yeah.
I liked about it, like
Uh,
you seem to be falling off asleep a lot, like
yeah.
you're overstimulated.
No, I'm alright. I'm okay right now. Yeah, no, it's been fun. It's been good having them. Well, it's like it's not over, like you know what I mean. Like I don't feel like it's over. Like
Well,
I
they're
feel like
going
we're-
back in 2 days.
Yeah.
It's December 3rd.
Yeah.
We film this.
So yeah, but yeah, no, it's been fun. It's been fun. Like just having more people around that are like-minded and
Hmm.
into dunking and all that and just sharing things and
Cool.
seeing guys hit new dunks is pretty exciting as well. Like
Yeah.
that's pretty fun. That's always crazy because
Yeah.
everyone knows like it's cool because everyone knows what it feels like.
Yeah.
Everyone
yeah.
understands.
I think you get up
You know?
more pumped sometimes when someone else hits a new dunk.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
You've only been here a couple of days. You
Yeah.
went fishing last night. Caught a blowfish.
I did not.
You did not.
Caught a large amount of seaweed.
So how's it been? Short time venture world today.
Yeah, it's been pretty enjoyable. Like I guess it was a stark contrast from Japan.
Yeah.
It was it's nice and like I've noticed that like it's quite like open face, I guess. Like there's a decent amount of space on like the roads and
Yeah.
in between the houses and
Yeah.
it's quite flat as well.
Yeah.
But it's familiar and it's definitely a place I'll go back to.
We're always welcome here. So and Thomas, what's your thoughts?
Then been over.
Yeah.
It's been interesting, but it's been good.
Yeah.
I feel like we're, cause there's like Utah Dunk Squad. What's another like popular one? Florida Dunkers. North Carolina. I feel like when we come together, that's like our equivalent. We're kind of like one US state, really, Australia. Like,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Texas has more people than Australia does.
Probably.
Texas.
So like,
New York, the city alone has.
that's what I mean. Like,
Yeah. So
us all together, we're kind of like
Yeah.
a gathering
so
Australian Dunk Squad.
for the American viewers, about 15, it might be 18 Texases fit in WA, Western Australia, where we are at the moment.
Wait, what?
18.
Yeah.
What?
No, it's not.
It is.
No way.
Check.
WA is about
the
this. I think WA is like the seventh. If it was a country, it would be the seventh largest country
Yeah.
in the world.
And it's the third.
Queensland would be like the 15th or something.
Yeah.
So by area, but like Texas is
insane.
still very big. Texas is about the size of New South Wales.
Yeah. And
In
WA is.
You said 18 times or 1.8 times?
No, I said
You just
I said 15, then I went
Then
18.
you backpedaled.
It's definitely
Yeah.
it's definitely incorrect because I remember talking to someone at dunk camp about this, saying something similar, and they couldn't believe it. They're like, "Oh wow!" And then when I fact checked it later, and I worked out I was completely wrong. So
Just casually spreading misinformation.
yeah,
When bro casually spreads misinformation.
Yeah, so there are 11 Texases that you could fit into Australia.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, and Western Australia is a third of all the
You fit
continent.
Probably 3 in WA.
Yeah, probably fits 3.
I
Yeah,
said like something
yeah,
7 Texas in WA.
Yeah.
But for comparison, WA is about 3 million people. Is that right?
2.5.
Yeah,
2.5 million people.
I thought Perth alone had 2.5.
Perth has 2 million.
Okay.
Yeah, none of
Not
us
many.
like each
Not
other.
much else.
So
Before we
Victoria's
sign off,
It's just desert.
well, I've enjoyed having you guys here as an old guy. It keeps me young, seeing and doing the down south trip and all the things that we've done. It's been really good to have you here. You're a good, excellent bunch of guys. I hope you come back one day. I hope I'm still alive. Any other than that, I think we might sign off this special podcast and this special guest host and the real special people from Melbourne and Townsville. Thanks, guys.
Special. Significant.
Significant.